tonight.
Happy Fun Friday.
Yes, Friday!
I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Good night, Dr. Jim.
Have a fun Friday.
Mad scientist biohacking sleep.
Okay,
So
it's me and Mike. It's the Me and Mike show. The Chantea and Mike show. Mike and Chantea show. Happy Friday, everybody. All right, tonight, do you know it is time to talk about 20 nutrition facts that you should know that you don't pay attention to.
In other words, half of these we have said repetitively. Oh, geez, I'm getting your talking words. Repetitively over and over.
I'm so excited. I can't talk right. Okay, it's Friday.
That's not what it is.
It is.
So we're just going to hit through a couple of things, go into details as to why they're actually facts, and maybe some of them is why the hell you aren't listening to them.
I really don't know why you don't listen to us. We will not steer you in a wrong direction. Just saying.
Ooh, like those automated cars, Jim always talks about how they choose what direction to go and follow the road.
Yeah,
Still freaks
I
out.
really wouldn't trust an automatic car. It's not human.
Go back to sleep, Jim.
Okay.
Oh, to California where I let go.
Yeah.
I put on cruise
Yes.
control, let go, and it just like drove us there.
Okay, he's gonna do this for the rest of the night. He's gonna sleep. He's had an exhausting marketing day, and he'll chime in when he feels like it. So
4
part 2.
hours of marketing.
Okay.
My ball was not. It was always on the fairway,
Par 4.
just not on the correct hole.
Just not the greens. Okay.
Hole in one on the wrong course.
It's a beautiful day. Hopefully you got out and enjoyed it. Yay! Not a rainy Friday. Okay. Me and Dr. Mike are going to continue on with this 20 nutrition facts that you should know in our common sense. Do you know them? Do you adhere to them? Let us find out.
First one. Do you know you should not be eating trans fats? These will actually destroy you.
Scandalous! Okay, he's sleeping. Don't wake the baby.
Frankenfat.
That's actually a good term for it, the frankenfats, because they're made out of you're not going to find trans fats really in nature. So we weren't made to have them at all.
No, they're not helpful.
Literally, you have to change around the
It's
structure.
a chemical. It's
like
a
the
chemical.
Impossible Burger.
It's not a real burger, people. It is not real plants. It is chemicals.
I know you're keeping me up, but I have to say this. You know the best veggie burger I've ever had in my life?
No, you're excited about it.
I am. So you take a food processor and you put in spinach
Found process.
and you put in broccoli
Mushrooms.
and you put in some mushrooms.
Yes.
And what you do is you mix it all up together, you put in some herbs, and then you squish it together with some grass-fed beef, and then you cook them. Best veggie burgers ever. You gonna eat a burger, eat a burger!
It's called
Just
a
saying.
burger. Okay.
Eat a cow.
No. Right.
So and things like margarine is one that I always grew up hearing about, like, because it was made to be healthier, and it's not.
I can't believe it's not butter. You're right. It's not butter. It's chemicals in a tube, in a tub. Why? Why bother? Eat the butter. Okay, it's Friday.
Next.
Okay.
Here's a fun.
Okay, come
About-
on, number 2.
Yeah, we'll breeze over this one. Is things like you're not required to eat something every couple of hours. There's been a lot of debates on how often should you eat. That it's best to do small meals throughout the day. Is it best to have one meal, etc. Where it came down to is it doesn't make a huge difference, but if you do eat, if you're a very active person, eating a couple times throughout the day, every 2 or 3 hours, can slightly increase the metabolism. We're talking athletes, not so much those sedentary. And then you have the additional problem. Usually when you graze all day, you eat a lot more than you think you do.
Yes, those calories add up, people.
So unless you're very strict on your regimen and very active.
300 calories
no.
every 3 hours, and you track it, it's useless to eat throughout the
And
day.
being active through it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other big key to it. Otherwise,
Activity.
my big thing against it, unless one of those few circumstances, is every time you eat food, you get insulin releases, glycemic loads, pancreas is exercising. We don't actually want that. We want a lazy pancreas.
Lazy.
Lazy.
Oh, yay, lazy pancreas.
Because otherwise it just predisposes you more to burning it out and going the metabolic syndrome diabetic route. So in general, I like pushing 1 or 2 large meals when you're able to. That's also very biased because that's generally what I do, but I'll defend it.
My biggest meal of the day is dinner. There it is.
My biggest meal was the one I had earlier, whatever you want to call it. It was early
The
today.
dinner.
It's too early to do dinner. I don't want to say
It
brunch.
wasn't brunch.
No, it was like around.
Is it
11-ish.
Brinner?
Brinner. It was a lot of salmon and oil.
It looked delicious. It did look
Ooh, and all
delicious.
the no, it's fed.
It is so nice to have Dr. Mike bring food back to the lab. And
I brought
these
food in
delicious-
every day last
Okay,
month.
well, burgers and burgers upon burgers.
It's
His
nice
food
to eat.
looked a lot more appealing today.
My body actually works now,
He's not cranky. Hey, no cranky, Dr. Mike.
and I'm
Okay,
pooping regularly.
okay, there we go.
That was a big
Science.
deal. That woke him
Science,
up.
science.
That was a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's normal.
You don't want me pooping?
I don't want to hear about it.
You
you
have
go
to
to
poop.
sleep,
If you
Stacey.
don't poop, you have problems.
What?
You should be pooping
I have
every
pooping
day.
problems.
at least once a day.
That's another myth.
We can totally get into this. And yes, this is not part of 20 nutrition facts.
It's earmuff talk that keeps him awake.
Alright, girls don't do that, and I don't want to hear about you doing that.
I didn't say that I did.
I just know that guys like me are supposed to take this little pill every day that makes
It's
the
cinnamon
bathroom smell like
buns.
cinnamon.
It's-
Thank you. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon buns in the bathroom, okay, folks? Cinnamon buns.
Or
in the bathroom.
Fletcher eyes, so you chew 100 times, that makes things smell less too, so
No, nobody poops, all right?
it makes him uncomfortable.
It's bathroom talk. If you read it to your
You might as well
toddlers.
talk about girls' cycles with me.
We're
Let's
not
do
talking
that one.
about
So,
cycles.
there's a
We have a lot more things to get through. Just saying.
We will not talk about cycles tonight, all right?
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
number 3.
Oh, we're only at 3.
Go back to sleep. You've not worked enough tonight, obviously. Number 3.
It's number 3.
Don't believe
No, don't be so just it's in the news. It's highly opinionated and it's pushing off a certain message. Most nutrition information in the news is usually where myths start.
Yep, yep.
Carbs are great. Next week, carbs are bad. This week, yeah.
Don't eat fat, you get fat. It's crap.
Oh, we'll yell at that one later.
Ugh.
Saturated fat kills.
Shh, you're gonna wake yourself up.
Don't wake the baby. Never gets old. She's 5 and we still say it. Don't wake the baby. All right.
Like, it just comes down to just they have their own agenda and everything they say. If you hear something in the news and it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Feel free to look into it or ask your competent medical professionals.
Just ask us. That makes it
We'll
easier.
tell you if it's
Don't
wrong.
look into it. Don't. Just
Don't.
don't. Just ask
But
You
us.
think
Dr.
you're gonna
Google
read-
might know it.
Dr. Google's going to tell you
Smack
crap.
you.
Alright? Ask us. We'll tell you what's really happening, whether you should do it or don't do it. And guess what? If it's not part of your metabolic DNA in your blood results, don't do it. Okay, moving on to number 4.
Meat rots in your colon.
What?
That's retarded.
That's the stupidest thing. Because it's stupidest. One of the stupidest things I've ever heard. It rots in your colon. Okay, tell me more.
Well, I was going to go on about how food does rot in your colon, but it's fiber, and that's supposed to. It's called fermentation. I mean, that's a process where your good bacteria actually eat it.
Prebiotics,
solidify it.
right?
Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
prebiotic. Did you know there's such thing as a prebiotic?
If not, you should. We've talked about it. But I mean, the fermentation of the fiber is good. Again, the prebiotics also where it kind of loosens up most of the fiber, so like the vitamins and minerals that are in there actually gets digested a little bit. But meat does not sit there and rot, go rancid. It'll do it if it sits out in the sun. In that case, don't
Don't
eat
eat
it.
green meat, right? You know, like, don't eat deli meat at all. But,
That's
you
what I
know,
was gonna go.
the deli meat that's green and slimy.
Hanging the roast beef, trying to see the
Yeah,
right
the roast
fiber.
beef especially.
Neon roast beef, not good.
Yeah, that's the right color. It's supposed to bleed at the right shimmer.
Yeah, I love shimmery, sparkly mermaid, you know, roast beef, but I'm just saying.
But no, protein does not rot there. It goes through your system in 12 to 24 hours, like all other food. If you're having a high amount of protein, drink a little bit more water, compensate. Otherwise, you can't do certain things that I couldn't do very well for all eating just a bunch of burgers.
Poop! We're not going to talk about poop tonight.
I just really wish there was something about poop on this.
There is now. Poop all
If
over
you're
it.
eating like crap, you're not going to poop. Okay.
Speaking about that, I took 6 hours because I deleted half of it by accident on the total analysis of Dr. Mike's blood results and all the other results of his first 30 days. So check out functionized.com/keto.html. It's on our Facebook anyway, and just check that out, and you'll see everything that would happen with Dr. Mike over those 30 days of 600 burgers.
600 burgers
Oh,
in that belly. Wait, no, that belly. Okay, on here it's that belly. That guy.
Go to
point to the person, it will still happen.
Okay, it's backwards. All right.
Oh, I pointed to the wall. It's still pointing to the wall.
You only had one
If I point
margarita.
that What? I did. After doing first, one margarita goes a long way. I'm just saying. Okay then. Happy Friday.
Exact number next one.
Number 6. Sugar drinks.
You want to whisper it louder?
Yeah,
Don't eat sugar and sugary drinks. They're gonna make you obese.
It's, for some
They're
reason,
gonna make you fat.
it's, at least in my viewpoint, the biggest part of the obesity epidemic is sugary drinks. Yes, sugar in general, but people don't realize, or they keep denying, how much sugar is in their healthy smoothies, like 300 to 600 of fruit, or get a coffee, it can be anywhere from 100 to 1,000 calories, and you've seen this basically ice cream people are throwing on top of it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Don't go to Starbucks and get a Frappuccino. Ever.
Or, they'll add different ends in it, like agave. So you don't have sugar, but give me a bunch of agave.
Agave is just
It's
sugar.
a fancier name.
It's a Mexican sugar, whatever you want to call it.
I like certain agave plants in the liquid form, but not the sweetener agave.
Stay tequila. Tequila's fine. Drink your tequila, you're fine.
Like, when it comes down to it, like, I don't want to be drinking my calories anyway.
No.
I'd much rather eat.
Your body cannot differentiate between liquid calories and food calories anyway.
Even more so, the brain doesn't even necessarily tell when you're eating liquid calories, because a big part of the reflex goes to the brain is food sitting in your stomach. Liquids kind of move out much quicker than actual chewed food. So our brain will get hungrier faster when you're on a full liquid diet, which will make you eat more, obviously, more calories. And so your brain doesn't even register that those sugary calories are counted. So it's one of the reasons I'm against juicing and soup diets and all that.
Yeah.
Crazy fads is our body doesn't recognize it really as food.
Guess
So
what?
it stays hungry, but those calories still counted.
Eat more calories, you gain more weight, no matter what form it's in. It's a very simple equation.
We'll come back to that equation on like more of these poopless items.
Hopeless items. Okay.
This
Number 7.
is one we repeat a lot. If you
Oh
haven't
my
heard
gosh. Pay attention, people. Finally, please pay attention.
the reverse of this next thing you're about ready to say. You had someone last week ask me about how I'm not going to get fat with the diet I'm on, and I don't remember. I think it was one of you two was around. I forget which, but gave the same evil look I gave. I think
It was
it
me.
you.
Oh.
I had to take a walk.
Yeah, I was like, I alluded to the topic, didn't actually talk about it, but low fat does not mean it's healthy. On the opposite side of what we're rambling on, high fat does not make you fat. We'll get more onto it, just what you're eating, how much, what type, blah, blah, blah. But low fat usually
I'm sorry.
means
Does Dr. Mike look fat? No. No, he does not. Do you know how much fat this dude eats?
all of it.
There we go. All right, moving on to the low fat,
Low fat typically means high
full
sugar.
fat diet.
And if it doesn't mean high sugar, then really get worried because it's highly processed fake sugar, which isn't too much. I mean, it's
Can you
still
pronounce the ingredients in your low fat food? I highly doubt it.
not like I really push drinking milk anyway, but it's an easy example. Whole milk still has 8 grams of sugar in it. As you go down 2%, 1% skim, no fat, whatever's underneath that, you just keep on rising up to I think like 16 or 20
That's
grams
insane.
of sugar.
There's
Because
no milk in my house.
if you're selling a product, you want people to like it. Food means taste.
Yeah.
So if there's no fat, people are going to throw sugar in it so it tastes good. And if there's not sugar in it, again, that's all the fake sugars, and that's even worse. But drop it. Low fat's usually not it. Or they're marketing something like gummy bears is a low fat food. Or no fat food.
It is a no
Yeah, I mean,
fat.
they will market
gummy-
it.
gummy
We'll get
bear.
to the show.
Gummy bears. Oh, big gummy bears.
I thought I was riding the horse machine for a second.
Have you ever heard it? You gotta go.
Yes.
Okay, so
I think
YouTube the gummy bear song. It's fantastic.
It's in many different languages, which is even funnier for whatever reason.
Don't eat gummy bears. They're gonna rot your teeth and they're gonna make you fat. Just saying.
But they're low fat.
Right, but they're gonna make you
Low fat
fat.
food. Fat free. like water.
Drink your water. Don't eat your gummy bears. Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm losing it. We're kind of hitting this a little bit to really impress. On fruit juices, it's really not much different from soda. I will continue to argue this with everyone who just drinks 40 grams of sugar every morning, considering healthy, wonder why they have diabetes from at the age of 25. But I mean, really, fruit drinks are very similar to soda. It's got very similar amounts of sugar in it. Your standard glass of orange juice with no sugar added still has 2 oranges worth of sugar in them. Not having the fiber in there, which is really one of the few good things about fruit, because it slows down the insulin response and has most of the nutrients in it for the skin.
And it
Still,
still
you're
lacks the pectin.
Pectin.
So
Eat
really,
the apple peels, people.
you're literally just getting sugar water, usually with sugar added in fruit juices.
Go ahead. Take your water. Add 20 teaspoons of sugar, and there you go.
Drop an apple peel in there, and it's better than juice.
Enjoy. Okay. You'll be in a coma later, but enjoy. Okay.
I'm in a coma now.
Yes, you are. I'll drive home.
I'll repost this everywhere.
Yay, efficiency.
Let's avoid using the word poop in this one, but healthy gut flora is critical to
Gut
our
flora.
overall health. If you don't know what gut flora is, that's problem 1 on knowing this fact. It's the good bacteria.
That's so funny.
That
That tickled me. That was good. That tickled me too.
Having that healthy gut flora is important, not just for weight management, but it is, but for your immune system, for your skin, for your brain health. Brain fog usually goes to the gut. Again, we talked about this one as much.
Ever heard of the gut-brain axis?
I have.
Yes. They talk to each other, people. Your gut talks to your brain, and your brain talks to your gut. It's all connected. It's all connected. Thank you. Yes. Can you do that? Let's try. Feed it good stuff so your brain functions better. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. And it's actually pretty easy to change your gut flora to know exactly what strains, everything you need. I need a poop test for this. I'm sorry, that was on topic and relative.
It's
I can
metabolic.
GI test.
It's metabolic and it's important.
It is actually relatively easy to change. If you need to know, like, I need to change my bacteria somewhat, an easy way of doing it is just eat a head of raw broccoli a day. It's been shown on just 5 days, probably 4, arguably, but 5 days of eating a head of raw broccoli a day made a significant change in the good bacteria in our gut without changing
Cooked
anything
broccoli or raw broccoli?
Just raw.
Raw
The
broccoli.
study I read was raw.
Okay.
Probably does some with cooked. I would expect a little bit less, but I
Okay.
just knew what the study was.
Raw broccoli. Got it.
Because I'm in process. Cooking food changes a little bit, but
Okay.
that study was raw broccoli. Eating cooked broccoli head, it probably isn't going to hurt you. Still going to make a positive change. So it's simple to make a positive change.
It is.
For you.
Yes. Okay.
Topic numero next. Cholesterol. I do love me some cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
So everyone thinks cholesterol is evil.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. It's not the devil.
Do you know if you have too low cholesterol, it's an issue?
I haven't had issues, but I do have low cholesterol.
You're about to have mad issues because your
There
cholesterol is
will
like
be
really low.
severe
Yeah.
consequences. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this happened to me at one point. When the cholesterol gets too low, in the middle of a blizzard, you are freaking burning up like it's August, okay? Insane. Your whole thermogenesis within your body changes. This happened one time. My cholesterol was so low, I was burning up in a blizzard. The only one that is in a sleeveless outfit in the middle of the winter at work. No jacket. I didn't even want socks. It was so ridiculous. Cholesterol is important.
Or you get frozen PTSD. I mean, it's really, one, it's the basis for our hormones. We talked about this many times, the basis for our cell membranes. You need cholesterol. Even more so, when we think of cholesterol, we're not actually talking about cholesterol.
Right.
We know LDL, HDL, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. They're actually more proteins than cholesterol for that irrelevancy. But I mean, it's just, cholesterol's not evil. We're going to jump on, I think it's later in the list. but also eating cholesterol doesn't increase your cholesterol in most people. Those that do, it's very minor. Meaning, we'll get to the eggs part, because I think that's where it actually came in. I think eggs are great as long as you don't have sensitivity to it. That is imperative.
It is imperative.
But eggs, just like nuts or seeds, I mean, they're literally made to start a life form, a chicken or a duck or a plant. Hopefully you can figure out which one I'm talking about for each. But I mean, it's got very nutrient dense for that reason. And again, 70% of people do not raise any cholesterol from eating eggs up to 3 at a time. 30% approximately do, but it's just a mild increase in your LDL cholesterol. However, eating a bunch of eggs increases your HDL in everybody if you do up to 3 egg ratio. So it will raise your good kind of cholesterol. 30% of you might increase your LDL a little bit, but still increasing your HDL, so you're still going in positive ratio.
The ratio, right.
So unless you have a sensitivity or problem with eggs, there's nothing wrong with them. Then cholesterol not either.
You know what happens if you eat 600 burgers to your LDL cholesterol?
I do now. That cholesterol went up.
It's not a good idea. It's a
Not
bad
eat
ratio.
600 burgers.
Bad ratio.
You don't eat 600 fast
Fast
food
food
burgers.
burgers.
We don't know about the rest.
True, we'll find out soon.
And those fast food burgers, believe it or not, is most likely healthier than what most people are eating in the first place. So when they're saying, "Oh my goodness, how could you do that?" That was actually far healthier than people are actually doing, which is insane.
Check out your Twinkies, your Pop-Tarts, your Rice-A-Ronies.
The nutrition facts that did blow my mind when I compared to others, like the salt. Again, I was eating less salt than majority of people, and I was eating fast food every day.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
It's crap ton crazy. Crap ton of crazy.
Crap ton of crazy. Poop ton.
Yay! What's next?
Moving on quickly. You're the one's got the agenda in front of you.
Yeah, you keep napping. Get your beauty rest. Alright, so here's number 11, people. Majority of weight loss supplements either don't work, shocking, or they're dangerous. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Can't take a pill to fix your problems.
No, there is no one size fits all pill to ease all your weight loss issues.
And this is one thing that really blows my mind of it not being common sense at this point, but weight loss supplements have been shown, just like alcohol, to not really decrease in economic recessions, which means people are still spending their money on this when they're saving money. Blows my mind.
Guess what? We're calling it the quarantine 30. There is no magic pill that you're going to waste your money on that is going to fix your quarantine 30. Give it up right now.
I've got some beachfront property out in Arizona that
So why don't you just buy that? Buy our beachfront property in Arizona. You're going to get the same result as taking a diet pill in the middle of quarantine. Come on!
I was wondering
Just
where
saying.
going with that.
the
You would have
scary
gotten
the scary I would have gotten you. Oh, jeez.
Put me down, Tom.
Dr. Mike's going to buy our beachfront property in Arizona. Yes!
I want to see it before I buy it.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
The scary part here, though, is that individuals who are gaining these 20, 30 pounds now, that's over the warm months. People gain weight over the cold months. The cold months are upon us.
Guess what's going to happen at Thanksgiving and Christmas? Your 20 just turned to 40.
Heart attacks is going to happen.
Yay!
That 47% of people that have coronary artery disease are going to jump up over 50% of this country.
Holidays are coming, so everyone in general just eats worse.
Yep.
Winter comes, so people use that as an
Stay inside
excuse
and
to
not
not work out as
working
much
out,
because you're not
yeah.
showing off the beach body, so to speak. I thought about doing a rant on cutting versus bulking before long, so
Let's
hate the
do
concept.
that. Let's do that. Because guess what? You're going to gain even more weight. What's it going to do? Lower your immune system in the coldest months of the year.
I just put
Your
out a
choice.
newsletter on that today as
Your
well.
choice. Get healthy or get fat and
No,
not.
it's PC.
So, I'm not being PC right now. I'm being
No,
My newsletter was PC.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was. I reread it this morning.
To make sure it was PC. Yes.
But,
Very PC.
we'll tie this into the people are going to continue getting fatter. There's more to health than just being overweight,
Correct.
but that is a big part of it. To push this point is there's a lot of thin people, or we can say athletic people, that have awful health, and then there are those that are obese that don't have any diagnosed disease. So being overweight or having weight control is not the only part of health. It is a part of it. don't get me wrong, I don't think that you can be long-term overweight and be healthy. You might have no diagnosed disease right now.
Because you didn't see anybody. It's there.
That's fine. Very possible. But then you do have like one of the biggest groups of people that get heart attacks are like your middle-aged male that are very thin because they don't think they have to exercise because they had a normal weight their entire life.
Right.
But they were the people that eat a bunch of fast food, fried foods their whole life, and they wonder how a 150-pound
Ryan!
man got a heart attack.
I'm talking to you.
Skinny fat.
I'm talking to you,
Ryan, stop eating Wendy's.
You're only
But
20 now,
He
but
still thinks it helps him lose weight.
I know. We got to get him the scan to
He
prove
was
it.
backing out. Like we were telling him about it,
Ryan.
he got very wishy-washy.
Ryan, we're calling you out. Let's get on the scanner and go eat your Wendy's. Let's see what happens.
I've never seen someone that age so slow to eat Wendy's. And when it's on
He's
out.
probably there right now. Or going to Wendy's tonight. Just saying. It's Friday night, Ryan. Are you going to Wendy's? Okay. I'll see you Sunday. Early on Sunday, Ryan. You better wake up.
So, on that, calories count, but you don't have to count calories.
Ooh, say that again.
I don't want to because I'll mess it up.
Oh, I liked it. Okay. Calories
you have
count.
to count calories.
I have to count calories.
I actually have to
Damn
count
it!
calories too, but in general,
Okay. I was really trying to get out of counting
You know what,
calories.
tell you
here.
what. Say as you do as you say. Anyway, they're saying don't count calories, but I'm telling both of them count calories. How's that come across?
we're the exceptions, okay?
They're my science experiments.
Yay! Science. Okay.
Like all of my nutrition patients, I don't let any of them count calories for many reasons. Okay, one asks. I'll give that exception. One asks. One, I don't want them to. I'd rather do it control. One less thing for them to think about. Also, it drives everyone nuts.
It is
Like, counting
excessive.
calories-
It is not
It's stressful.
mentally
It's
okay.
anxiety riding.
It's
Especially when trying to hit that
okay.
exact amount of, okay, how do I get 70?
Oh my gosh, I have mastered my macros. 1,200
Macro
calories.
MM shot.
Perfect. And then you switch it up, and I'm all over the place.
But in general, I don't like people counting the calories. You don't need to. Eat sensibly, and if you start and you're exercising well, if you start gaining a little bit of weight, eat a little bit less. If you're losing weight, you don't want to, I mean, come talk to us, we'll help you out on that one. But that's the common sense part
It's
of
kind
it.
of common sense.
If you want your calories counted, you want to know exactly what you should be eating when, message me, give me a call, I'll help you out. And we'll also test you know exactly what it is you should be eating, how you should be eating it, what you should be eating. Point to me, it won't work. Come on.
I can't wait for my new glasses to come in.
I'm trying to
Okay.
point to the floor right now using Chantea logic. Look at those shoes. So,
I'm not wearing any.
we have 20 yet.
No.
Oh, more fun, another rant. I don't
only
have
at
argued
14.
with, I think we actually hit 2 or 3 ahead. I've argued with so many doctors, oh, you're going to like this one too, Jim, is if you're diabetic, I promise you, you do not need a high carbohydrate lifestyle to help your diabetes.
Oh, God.
It's what caused your
Yeah.
diabetes. It's what makes your diabetes worse. It's directly it. Unless you're type 1, it's not what directly caused your diabetes, but still it's going to be making it worse being on a high carb diet.
Guess what carbs turn into, people? Sugar.
We can go on 30 more shows on this one. Just trust me. My biggest diabetic success, well, I'm going to call Larry out because it's
We love Larry.
What are you going to do? He's not going to watch this because every Sunday he tells me, hey, I saw the title of your guys' show. I'm not going to watch it. It was more than 3 minutes. So I'll tell you, Larry, I talked about you. I'm sorry.
I'll just tag him.
Yeah, there we go.
We love Larry.
Larry, watch this. Tag it. All right.
Success, Larry. Success.
But you put people with diabetes on a lower carb. You do, depending where you are in the diabetic cycle, you do need some carbohydrates. Like if you're full-blown type 2 for a while, you might need some. But you don't need it all day. You don't need, I was here. Oh, my blood sugar's low, so I was told to take a sugar tablet. Have candy, have fruit, or fruit juice.
Right.
No, you don't.
That's what gave them diabetes in the first place, right?
So why do it when your blood sugar is low? It's going to make it worse. It does make it worse. It's not that it might, it will. Factoid. What you could do, ask Larry, eat better carbs and proteins that also cause insulin release throughout the day, and you won't need to have pure sugar. Have your better carbs, the more complex ones. If you don't know what they are again, talk to us. We'll help you.
Even large amounts of protein will.
Larry loves.
That one's harder to convince
Larry
people, but we
loves
do that.
fillets. Filet mignon is Larry's go-to, people.
Large amount of proteins, if you did
Yes.
hear Sleepy Jim talk about, that also works. It's just monitoring the correct way. You do not need high carbs. At most, you need some carbs.
Theoretically, I mean, we could just take 5 grams of L-leucine and get a glucose dump into the system.
True. Maybe if I get diabetes for this product,
Okay,
process,
just
we'll
some
try
Leucine.
that.
I have a
It's
great
right
deal to make. Let's get Dr. Mike diabetes so I can test some stuff out on him.
Keto part 2 here.
Oh my.
Leucine, right there. All right.
Did you point the right direction?
I think.
Okay, she actually pointed towards leucine.
Woo! Wait. So that. Right. Okay, we're good. All right. It only took me 14 issues in here. All
We
right.
mostly touched on this one. We'll come back to this real quick.
Oh my
Fats don't
God.
make you fat. Carbs don't make you fat. Eating too much or having a metabolic issue you're unaware of and eating like garbage will.
Guess what? If we put you on a Fit 3D scanner and your BMR is 1400 and you're eating 1800 to 2000 calories a day, guess what? You're going to be fat.
Doesn't matter if it's all fat, all carbs, all protein,
Doesn't
all alcohol, mix in between.
Your body says you want 1400 calories. Guess what you should be eating?
Being healthy is a whole different story, but as far as weight loss goes. Okay.
Seriously, overeating is the number one reason why people are fat. There you go.
Junk food's addicting. If you didn't know this, you talk about
Oh, we've done
It's
brain
directly
scans.
addicting.
We've shown it. The research between cocaine and sugar is exactly the same. It is an addictive type of response in the brain.
And then, with junk food being addicting, it's also, I don't care if it says organic or gluten-free. If there's organic gluten-free Oreos, it's still junk food. And if there's not sugar in there, there's something even
It's a
worse.
derivative that's going to make your brain think that it's sugar and want more of it.
So if there's health claims on any products, again, treat it even worse than the news. It's probably not true. Fruit Loops is considered whole grain.
Guess what kind of Fruit Loops you totally can have though?
Magic
Shout out to Magic Spoon cereal.
I've now had and they were delicious.
I brought some blueberry ones and I said,
funny.
Mike, try this.
I did
He's
try
like,
this.
oh my God, they're amazing. And as I'm gonna say, my son said the cutest thing the other day. Okay, our son said the cutest thing the other day.
You?
You're
Are you here for
welcome.
the half?
I was there, you
Shout
weren't.
out.
So
How's the effort going into that?
I did all the work. I'm just saying. So Xander.
The pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, of course it was. I might have enjoyed it a little bit too. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'm so glad you woke up to say that.
So Xander, I ordered 8 boxes of Magic Spoon cereal the other day, and they finally came in, and he had the frosted ones. Okay, I don't know what they're supposed to taste like, but anyway, I opened the box, and he took a handful, and he said, "Mom, I totally understand why these cost $10 a box. They're amazing. 7 years old, he gets it. Good quality costs more, but it's so worth it. There's like less than a gram of sugar in the whole serving, and it's protein packed, and they're delicious.
Less than a gram. I don't even think there is.
I don't even think it's literally, it is
monk
less,
fruit,
it's like
monk fruit and allulose. Allulose is the main
digestible, it's delicious. The fruity ones taste like Fruit Loops. If you ever had Fruit Loops growing up as a kid, you will not be disappointed. So shout out to Magic Spoons. I'm going to tag you on this one.
So you can read and trust their label. Pretty much everything else don't.
Right, because literally, if a 7-year-old can figure out why they're charging $10 for a box of cereal, you will too. So
So
I had to throw that in there.
That is probably one of the very few exceptions.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, it's still marketing. I mean, we made jokes about it, then we actually found keto water.
Right.
It's, and that got people's attention. This water is keto? Wow, you're a moron. But I mean, it
What
works.
keto pepper and salt?
We really should have keto olive oil as we speak. No, just saying.
High hydrogen water? I mean,
Yes, hydrogen water. Okay, so don't fall with all the marketing out there, okay? If you are questioning anything, ask us, because we're going to give you the right answer.
2 more.
Okay,
Think whatever diet you want to.
18.
Some vegetables vegetable oils are best to be avoided. I mean, they're just not good for you. Because a lot of them, pretty much the majority of them, are high anti-inflammatory, pro-inflammatory. They're omega-6s. If you haven't heard of omega-6s, only heard of omega-3s. Omega-3s are the positive ones, the anti-inflammatory. It's because we're telling you to eat less of the omega-6s. The ratio should be 4-to-1 or less. The closer is 1-to-1, meaning more omega-3s, less omega-6s, the better you are. However, the average of us is anywhere between 10-to-1 to 50-to-1, meaning you're barely getting omega-3s. You wonder why everything constantly hurts.
So what comes in omega-3s? Where do we get omega-3s, Dr. Mike?
Fish is your most common one. Salmon, chicken skins is one that I've been on a
fried chicken skins?
Not so much fried. They have trans fats.
Damn. All right.
Right. Then you get the I don't want to say fruit oils. It's technically fruit oil. Coconut and avocado oils will go that way.
Awesome.
Olive oil is great.
Yeah.
But most of the other stuff is not. Your store-bought salad dressings, odds are that is all of your bad guys.
Canola, you don't want canola oil.
Oh.
No. Stay away from canola oil.
This stuff is going to oxidize your cells, which who cares what oxidation means? You're more likely to get heart disease.
They're going to kind of make it fat.
Statue of Liberty should be bronze. The Statue of Liberty is not bronze. Think about that inside of your body. There you go. There's the oxidation.
You don't want to look at Statue of Liberty, okay?
She's hot, but, she should be bronze.
She's green-ish.
Greenish.
You don't want your inside to be greenish. That's not the color they're supposed to be.
You don't want the inside of your body to be green? Like, you don't want your meat to be green.
Don't eat that shiny, shimmery rainbow meat. Don't eat the mermaid meat, people.
Nice. Mermaid meat.
It's weird.
It's true, though. Don't eat the mermaid meat.
Let's do this last one because we can.
Wait, no, we got two more.
We
Gluten-free.
Yeah, I said that we did that one already.
No, we
If it's
didn't.
gluten-free or organic, it can still be bad for you. I mentioned that the Oreos.
Really can.
I was trying to save time.
It really can. Gluten-free and organic do not mean awesome.
Alright, what's the last one?
Okay.
New health issues are not caused by old foods.
Tell me more.
So, back to this whole fat and diabetic thing, which we in general as a population are. Everyone right away in the 1980s, when it started becoming huge, just like us, everyone had to blame meat, eggs, cheese, things that we've been eating for centuries and decades of centuries, almost thousands of years, wanted to blame all that stuff on these diseases, instead of ignoring the fact that just about 5 or 10 years prior to this is when processed foods, additive sugars, all this stuff started happening in our food supply. But we as in nutritionist scientists decided it must be everything that our grandparents ate that's causing these new issues.
I'm sorry, my grandparents grew up on bacon and eggs and brisket into their 80s and 90s and even 100+ years old. Just saying.
Fact.
It was not fast food. It was not processed food. Bacon and eggs every day. God bless my southern summers in Texas.
So it's the new crap you're eating that's causing these newer health issues to us. When I was an undergrad, it's starting to date me a little bit now. I was told, if your grandma doesn't recognize this food, don't eat it. Now it's probably got to start saying great grandma if you even watch her cook. But still the same concept is like my grandma. They didn't have boxed or really canned foods. You cook it and
It's
cook it or
a
kill it.
food.
So it came down to if your grandparent or great grandparent don't recognize it as food, it's not actually food. That stuff's going to very slowly kill you. Hence all the diseases that we've gotten in the last 30 years, 40 years that were not a problem prior. It's not the bacon.
1000% agree that it is not bacon and eggs. My great grandmother made the best homemade red velvet cake on the planet.
That may have had more to do with dysfunction than bacon and eggs. Throwing it out there.
Just saying.
And everyone else got to do this.
I'm sure that was not allulose.
I've been wanting to do that.
Oh no, it was full sugar. But in Texas, things are better in Texas. Just saying.
Wow, way to take all 20 things and just reverse that.
Bacon and eggs, people. Brisket and bacon and eggs.
Oh, I do miss brisket.
Brisket's amazing.
Brisket.
So-
George. Where's my brisket? Georgia
up the fit lab.
And it's George in the Bit Lab. It's time for some brisket.
You know what it's time for? Me to go find a real bed.
And dinner? I gotta make dinner.
Dinner. We'll just we'll get some raw meat or something.
Just put butter on an IV on it, and they'll be fine.
You got butter in the back now, right?
Do.
We're gonna get some Dr. Mike's special butter and see what
Better
goes on.
believe it's butter. Not margarine.
This more balance and this, I don't know.
We done for Fun Friday?
We've done for on
Let's get out
Friday.
of here.
We'll be back for
Healthy happy hour. Anything else?
Healthy Happy Hour Tuesday at some point.
We'll be back. You'll see our faces.
We're live again, people.
As always, thank you. Share, and be a better version of yourself. Dr. Mike.
I'm outie.
Big Brains Brawn it out.
And your local mad scientist, Jim. I am out. Live Functionised.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.